Well, hello everybody. Today is Thursday, January the 15th, 2026. Unbelievable. My phone's going to die in 10 minutes, so I'm going to keep this very quick and get right to the point. If you're interested in Candace Owens, and if you're interested in the sort of time travel, alien dream aspect, and who really murdered Charlie Kirk and who benefited. If you're interested in that, stay and welcome to Lasha's Take. And I am Lasha. I'm your host. Okay, just to get right into the points. Dreams. Point A. She was talking about Charlie Kirk's dreams, or if you want to call them premonitions. For those of you who don't believe in that sort of thing, you really need to open your brain. I'll give you an example of a dream that I had. All of you remember, for those of you who are new to the channel, for those of you that have been to the channel, you remember my dog Sophie Ann. I found Sophie, and it wasn't like in an abandoned house, but it was a very bad place. And because she was taken away from her mother so early, she had what they call teetsies, and it looked like she had puppies, and she was 4 weeks old. Okay, so boy, it's funny. You ever look different in real life than when you're on the live? At any rate, so when Sophie Ann was little, I brought her home, and she passed away. She passed away. She passed away, and I knew that something was going to happen, but I thought it was going to be a car. So my dream was it was four walls of laminate. And if anybody's ever watched Dexter and his blood splatter, it just looked like there was blood splatter on the walls. That's what it looked like in the dream. Hi there. Yes, yeah, I just watched it. So I really agree with the fact my mother is standing right in front of me right now, and she wants me to hand her something. And I know, let's go. But my mother's standing here. Oh, Mama, you crack me. Everybody. Just a minute. Hi, this is, if I show you what, no. Never mind. Here. Here. I tell you. Okay, so I was just saying, Candace is, it cracks me up. When she went offline, nobody talked about anything but Candace Owens, and they had nothing better to do but then to rip her apart. And all of the big guns, like as Coach Colin would say, Balix tones. I don't know. There were just 11 people here, and as soon as I said Candace Owens, they left. Like, why? People don't have the patience of 2 seconds anymore. I just want to say really quickly her dream. So, my dream about my dog, the four walls, and I dreamt it when she was 4 weeks old. So, needless to say, all her life, I was worried she was going to get hit by a car. But yet, when she was around me, she would never leave. Hi, Connor. Hi, and hi, baby. And hi, Stack. And hi, Michelle. Cheese, Marsh Cheese. Hello, Michelle. I live in Grimsby, Ontario, Canada. Thank you very much for taking the time to stop at this live. And just so you know, if you can't stay for the live, this all I do are lives and shorts, and they're totally impromptu. I have ADHD, so when I get a thought in my head, I put it on out. So, the dream and what she was talking about in her dreams about Charlie Kirk, David and Goliath, and that sort of thing. So what if she put up her text messages? So what if she kept some of the dates private to herself? She is a public figure. And she doesn't have 5.74 million people because she doesn't know what she's talking about. So I get that about the dream. I had no idea that Charlie was in a gifted program, which now makes sense to me because what has been driving me crazy is I just want to know who killed him. He brought me back to God. I didn't even know who he was until he died. And he brought me back to God. Now, I'm not one to be out there, but everybody does think I'm out there. I think he was a disciple. I really do. If there was a Jesus, and there's a lot of douchebags that hide behind religion. Trust me. I always wondered, and I messaged Candace Owens and I said, Candace, the only thing I don't get is why weren't you invited to the wedding? Right? Before I get to the relationship part, he was in a gifted program. It's like that movie Good Will Hunting, with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck and Minnie Driver and Robin Williams. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's about this, like Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, good or evil. Charlie was good. No wonder there were planes flying around him. That makes sense now. But the one thing I don't understand is which would kind of what would make sense is my theory is would be then okay, and then you think about Erica Kirk and her being and her parents being involved in the military. Candace throws out stuff to see what sticks because she didn't know. But now I'm piecing it together and I'm thinking, wait a minute. Why did Erica Kirk like pun on the plane thing about on with Barry Weiss? Because for the humorous point, just just from a humorous point, I wasn't embarrassed. What potential mother have you ever heard say she's embarrassed? Oh, I don't know who's a worse actress, Amber Heard or Erica Kirk. Why has this name been thrown at us all over the internet wherever I go? Even Cheer Denise was talking about it, and she said, I will never talk about a grieving widow. Did it look like Erica Kirk was grieving to you? It's not funny. It's terrible, but the truth is funny. And who would benefit from his death? Maybe Charlie started to see, oh my God, if the country goes this way, what if this happens? You don't know. And I did a short video on my shorts. Sorry to shout. I get passionate when I get an idea in my head because I have a little peanut head. I was a beauty school dropout. I'm joking. I was in a beauty school dropout. I had anorexia too, like Candace Owens. I did. But seriously, Erica Kirk, when she said, you think he deserved that? I can't make my eyes go like this because I don't know how. I've got Chinese eyes, tiny eyes. Oh, am I? Okay. So what I was going to say is Eric Kirk said, "Do you think he deserved that? We're not robots." Well, then stop acting like a robot. And Ron Swanson from Sean Atwood's channel, I did this short and I put Candace Owens and I also put Charlie Kirk's photos side by each. And he looks much happier with his with Candace as a friend in his youth. I don't know. I always wondered what was the state of their marriage. And I'm not saying, and dreams absolutely can be true. And this whole Fort Chihuahua, when Candace Owens said, "No, Andrew Colbat, Erica Kirk wasn't at home making a pillow fort." I started to kill myself laughing. Well, that's what I wondered. Like, has anybody wondered that? Do I think she knew, in my humble Canadian opinion? Yeah, I do. I do. Or maybe she's grieving behind, but all her talk through every interview, there was messaging there. I don't even, and you know what I found really strange is it was all about the Lord and God. And why did she have to lie to Charlie about dating? Like, she lied about things that are just so stupid that you don't need to lie about. Does that make any sense? So I just found that a lot of and why did she make Erica Kirk make a point about bringing the fact that she wasn't embarrassed having a child? Why would she be embarrassed about that? That doesn't even make sense. Women never say things like that. And when they cry, women never say, "Excuse me." They always say, "I'm sorry." Everything was out of sync, um, verbally, her hyperbole. And even and people hide behind Christianity, and I do not believe that Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens are hiding behind religion. I don't. And Charlie Kirk brought me back to believing in God again. But I had to research it first. I think I did better when I was more hysterical, but no, I'm serious. It drives me crazy. And I want to know who did it. And it's like the longer that time passes. And what I was going to say with Goodwill Hunting, that's exactly what happened. They work for the government. They pick out gifted students. The government knows who to headhunt for the CIA. There is something to all of this. So I know I don't usually talk about things like this, and I'm unwrapping that. I unwrapped what I could, and I'm wrapping it back up to say goodbye. So long, farewell. Thank you very much. I hope you all have a great night. No, they don't. No, they don't do that. Oh, look at she was dressing like a TU. Wait, no, TULS. TULS. I have to go. I have got to go. I only come on live impromptu. You just never know with me. I think I'm going to start becoming very predictable because I was really thinking in reference to the trajectory in which I would like this community to go. And based on the people that I've met on this community, they're lovely people of all ages. And, there's some topics that are appropriate for myself to talk about, but not the person that is the manager. Trevor's Infinite Horizons. Like, there's just some things that I shouldn't be talking about with younger folks. So I really appreciate you coming. And and I will see you again. Um, but I appreciate that. That's encouraging. We're just getting started. That gave me, thank you very much. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Bye. Bye bye.